Hello, everyone. A wall of rain can erase a skyline in seconds. Then the storm turns an entire city into a moving curtain of water. And through the fog, the world's largest aircraft appears like something from a dream. Then the wind learns to spin. An industrial park watches sheet metal become paper.
Twin tornadoes on the ground.
Brahman, Oklahoma. A funnel on open farmland is the only safe way to see one, through a long lens with an exit route behind you.
Oh, look at them dancing around each other.
When your parked car starts rocking, the storm is no longer weather. It is contact. All that rain has to go somewhere. In Meghalaya, India, a footbridge held for years. The river needed one afternoon. No one was on it. And sometimes the same sky sends both weapons and gifts in one frame. Moments like this are the reason we keep cameras rolling. Thunder has an audience too. At 3 in the morning, this entire pig barn filed a noise complaint at the same time. Watch this hillside give way, and take the entire building with it. The crowd filming had been told to stay back. The building had been evacuated days earlier. No one was inside. This orange house had been standing on borrowed ground for years. The river finally collected. The family had already carried out everything they could. A 3-story house losing its argument with a river. Everyone had already moved out. And a delivery driver with half a second to jump. He made it by inches. All of this and 70 more incredible moments caught on camera. Let's begin. June 8, 2026, General Santos in the Philippines. The ground always sends a warning first, seconds of shaking, and a whole storefront needed rebuilding. Fortunately, the aisles had emptied fast. And sometimes the warning is just a shiver, like this warehouse caught on its security camera. I'm really curious. Which state do you live in, and has the ground ever shifted under your town? A whole busload of people and a mountainside that couldn't wait. Everyone backed away in time.
Oh my gosh. Jesus. Oh crap.
That sound? Several tons of granite arriving without an appointment.
I mean, they have no control at all.
Tsunami.
They have no control.
Oh my god, those cars are gonna get screwed too.
Dashcam view, threading a mountain that hasn't finished falling. He made it through.
Goodness! This is crazy!
After days of rain, a whole hillside lets go at once. This driver saw it coming, threw it in reverse, and got out.
还跨，来回毛毯跨了，跨了，快点！扎会儿快跑哦！快跑，老子开跨了！哇，人家快要开跨了！
Vai, bicho. Vai, lá. Yes, baby. Vai, bicho.
This mountain biker stopped for a water break. The trail beside him didn't. Be honest, what would you do in this situation? Locals call this the mountain clearing its throat. He kept a wise distance. No pipe, no warning. The ground simply opened a brand new fountain. The crowd loved it. Now the part rivers are best at repossession. This house had been standing on borrowed ground for years. Years of savings, 20 seconds of river. The family watched from high ground, safe. La Paz, Bolivia. When a whole hillside district lets go, this is what 30 seconds sounds like. All of it caught on camera. The area had been evacuated, and the dust settled on empty streets. Geologists had been watching this crack for weeks. The mountain kept the appointment.
Holy! Oh my god.
Oh, guys, we're gonna get some. Whoa! Get out of here!
Pictured rocks, Michigan, an entire cliff face retiring into Lake Superior. The kayakers heard it a mile out.
Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up.
Snow does it faster. These ski mountaineers watched a valley disappear from exactly far enough away. An avalanche doesn't take the road, it erases it. The pass had been closed in time.
Ah, il y en a, ils doivent être limite là-bas, hein.
Juneau, Alaska, a glacier outburst flood, and a house that ran out of riverbank. It had been condemned and emptied the day before.
Yes!
And when ice the size of a stadium bows out, you get waves with their own zip code. Take a breath. You've survived the first act. The same planet that swallows streets also paints rivers like this. Caño Cristales, Colombia, 5 colors, 1 river. From ground that won't stay still to guests who won't stay out. Oregon first, rush hour, Elk Edition. A single file line through the snow. Nature runs a tighter convoy than most highways. Reverse gear, slowly, and plenty of respect. That's the entire safari manual. And this one collects tolls in water. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm giving that aim a solid 10 out of 10. Somewhere in town, a barbershop is learning that walk-ins can weigh half a ton. Nobody was hurt. One haircut was postponed indefinitely. Nobody knows what this dance means. The stork is not explaining. Rule of the wild. Never poke a mystery, especially a furry one that turns out to be several hundred spiders. After floods in Australia, spiders head for high ground too. Unfortunately, high ground is your house. After a flood, fire ants do this. They weave themselves into a living raft. Every ant takes a turn underwater, so the colony stays afloat.
So there what? There's a big giant ball python. I think that's a python.
Somewhere below, a very patient utility crew is making a phone call.
Thailand. Shit. I'm pretty close.
Straight lines, perfect corners. Somewhere, a retro arcade is missing its snake. Then the wind decided to join the episode. Chairs first. The umbrella had exactly one job. Staying put was not it.
Ja pierdolę.
One loose tailgate and a full harvest of corn learned to drive the highway by itself. That's a whole season rolling away. A face mask at 70 miles an hour. 2020's idea of a jump scare. He pulled over safely. Winter humor. Part 1, the roof avalanche. Do not stand where he's standing.
Wow.
Part 2, the frozen trampoline. I tried this once on a frozen lake when I was a kid. My socks have never forgiven me. And to close this chapter, a mother anteater carrying her whole world through the dark. Some moments need no punchline. New act, new physics. A freight train cannot stop. This trailer crossed half a second too late. The cab and the driver stayed clear by inches. Headphones on the platform. She never heard it coming. She walked away, shaken and unhurt. Railroad tracks are not a place to test your luck. A cardboard box at highway speed hits like a punch. Cracked glass. Steady hands. A concrete block dropped at highway speed. This is why the 3-second following distance exists. A tire, mid-air, straight over the camera car. Inches decided everything here. Iowa City on a wet Tuesday. Even a professional rig can skate. The trailer swung wide, the driver held on, and everyone rolled to a stop unhurt. Half a step back, the whole difference. Watch the curb, not your phone. Security cameras never flinch. 3 seconds, 1 parking lot, 0 tents left standing. When wind turns roofer, parked cars pay the bill, a scene their insurance companies would probably find hard to believe. In this wind, even the roof gave notice and left. No one was underneath. Now, the sea. This retired ferry's final docking. Full speed, straight into the scrapyard beach. That's how they park on purpose.
Tsunami!
December 2019, Cozumel, Mexico. 2 cruise ships, 1 pier, 0 room. Steel versus steel, and paperwork was the main casualty.
Stop! The brakes! Kid on the left! You're about to hit that car! The brakes! Hit the brakes!
San Diego. A tour boat missed the brakes. Everyone on the dock scrambled clear. If that near miss got your heart going, leave a 9 in the comments.
Tina, for the love of God!
Oh, shit. This is coming over for sure.
And in Hawaii, a wedding party got an uninvited guest, the Pacific itself. Soaked suits, saved rings, and everyone laughing by sunset. This is just a workday in the North Sea. He's clipped in. That harnesses the whole story.
Right off the, so right at Greg there now in that fucker.
Whoa! Holy crap! It dove right out of the water!
You see that?
Man!
Did you see that?
Get that on a GoPro.
On China's Qiantang River, the tide arrives as a wall, fast enough to catch a car. Viewing zones exist for exactly this reason. From above, the tide looks like a dragon taking its river back.
Oh my God. Jake, are you okay?
January 2024. Roy-Namur Island, a U.S. Army base in the Pacific. A rogue swell walked straight through the front door, one of the most talked about moments of that year. Every soldier inside walked out.
Coming in!
A goodbye from Alaska, filmed from a kayak at a very respectful distance. Know the wave, keep the distance.
Oh my gosh!
Before we say goodnight, back to where tonight began. The ground. In Draper, Utah, 2 condemned homes finally let go of their cliff. Both had been empty for months.
What?
Siberia, where ancient gas punches craters through frozen ground with a boom heard for miles. That was one rock. This is an entire hillside. One quick tip before we start, sit a little further back from your screen. It is easier on your eyes, and we're going to be here for the next 20 minutes. The best moments are never at the beginning. It always starts the same way. Rain that nobody thought was unusual, and then a few moments that Ruidoso, New Mexico, will never forget.
Gosh, y'all look. Oh no. Oh no.
Flash floods move faster here than almost anywhere else in the country because old wildfire burn scars leave the soil unable to absorb water. The rain simply runs off and keeps running. That channel in Tucson, Arizona, is a dry riverbed for most of the year. Most of the year. And in California, the water does not stay water for long. Watch the color change as it comes down Sheep Canyon.
Sheep Canyon wash. That is all avalanche debris from this winter.
Watch out!
Never try to drive or walk through moving floodwater. It is nearly impossible to judge how deep it is or how hard it is pushing.
Okay, guys, this is Manoa. Too long. Too long.
Holy I missed it by a half second. Oh my.
This is the Carbella Bridge in Montana during the record Yellowstone flood. A bridge does not usually fail because the water is deep. It fails because the water takes the ground out from under the abutment first.
Oh my gosh. Holy.
And this is Horseshoe Beach, Florida, the morning after Hurricane Idalia. I'm really curious about something. Which state do you live in, and have you ever watched water do this in your own town? When rainwater cannot drain away, it seeps deep into the slope. At some point, the soil stops behaving like ground and starts behaving like liquid.
Oh my gosh.
Separated there at the second level.
Oh my gosh.
Para mi casa se acaba de inundar todo. Aquí en la posada. Todo.
6 inches of moving water is enough to take a grown adult off their feet. 12 inches is enough to float a car. That is the whole reason this looks so much safer than it actually is. Sometimes the mountain gives you a warning, a sound, a puff of dust, 3 seconds. Watch the man holding this camera, because these are the moments that decide everything. Rockfall like this is usually water doing quiet work. It gets into the cracks, freezes, expands, and pries the cliff apart from the inside long before anything visible happens on the surface. A whole pod breaching in rhythm, the ocean applauding itself. We end tonight with 1,000,000 starlings riding in the sky. Which moment impressed you the most? And what should we hunt down for the next episode? If you're watching on a TV, grab your phone and tell us, and subscribe so you won't miss the next collection of incredible moments caught on camera. Good night.